Hey everyone, Andrikats here, welcome back to my channel. Phase 4 unlocks with this weekly reset, marking the final big content update of Legion Remix. I mean, yeah, technically it's not the final phase, Phase 5 will arrive in about 2 weeks, but that one won't actually bring any new content per se, but rather speed things up. Oh, and bringing exclusive House Decor, but that's a talk for another day. For now, let's take a look at what's coming in Argus Eternal. Right off the bat, we can head to Argus, the final Legion zone which brings a plethora of new activities and of course new achievements to complete. Right away you can explore Argus, and just like any other zone you can use your warband map to instantly complete it. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, this is a spell that you can find from your general spellbook. You absolutely need to do it now because it's gonna increase your mount speed on Argus. And for those who don't know, Argus is a no-flying zone, even now, so get ready to stretch those legs. You'll definitely want all the extra speed you can get. Here in Argus you'll find new rares to defeat, new treasures to uncover, and those together, along with the exploring part, will earn you the Tour Argus achievement. This is part of the larger Argus meta, your key to unlocking the Mannoroth, shield and back appearance. Yes, you can easily earn both of those just by completing the Argus meta achievement, which only requires finishing a couple of sub-achievements. We've already covered Tour Argus, so let's see what else you'll need to do. You'll want to complete the main campaign in Argus, Reach Exalted with the Argusian Reach, one of the new factions that you can find in Argus, and that actually should be pretty quick. Just do the quest and wall quest and you'll likely hit Exalted within a day or two. The final part involves running a few instances to complete the Looking For group. Simply clear Antorus, the Burning Throne raid on any difficulty. You'll find a ton of groups in the LFGs, so you can absolutely do it fast. You can do it on LFR as well, but I wouldn't say that's worth really your time. If you want to be time efficient, you better do it on Mythic, because that will actually unlock way more things for you in just the same amount of time. We'll see in just a bit what you actually unlock. Now let's see what else you need to do for the LFG. Lastly, to get the Looking For group, you just need to clear the Seat of the Triumvirate dungeon. You can do that on Heroic or higher, and this one I'm pretty sure you can easily solo. Speaking of dungeons, Seat of the Triumvirate also lets you to complete the Remix Dungeoneer series, since this one is actually the final dungeon that unlocks. Assuming that you have done all of the previous ones, you just get it as soon as you finish with this one. Most of these achievements give infinite knowledge points, so if you haven't capped your 36 points yet, this is a great way to grab 3 more. On Mythic difficulty, you'll get all 3 in one run, and at this point, like I said, most players should be able to solo it. Assuming that you are around 700 eye level and you have some decent infinite power. Okay, so Antorus isn't really just your ticket to completing the meta and unlocking the epic Mannoroth back appearance and shield, but it's a full-blown loot fiesta from the Legion era. Specifically, if you clear it on Mythic, you'll get the green version of the Scythe of the Unmaker. This Felscorned weapon requires defeating all the bosses in Antorus the Burning Throne, like I said, only on Mythic, and yeah, that's all you need to do to grab yourself this awesome weapon. The other 2 Scythe variants can be purchased from the raid vendor, but before we dive into all those juicy vendor goodies, let's take a look at everything else this legendary raid has to offer. If you didn't play back in Legion, well, good news for you, the Violet Spellwing is making a return. A bit of a history lesson here, this was actually the original ahead of the curve mount from Legion, and now it's making a comeback. Specifically, it can drop from Argus the Unmaker, the final boss of Antorus, on Heroic and Mythic. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure if this is guaranteed drop or if it just has like a high drop rate. Regardless, you do actually get 2 chances per character, one for Heroic and one for Mythic. So yeah, go wild! Now, what's even more exciting is that Antorus is also the final requirement for several raid-related achievements, and that means more goodies to earn. If you have cleared all the previous raids on Heroic, finishing with Heroic Antorus will reward you with the Infinite Chaos title. And honestly, that's such a cool one to have. Then, and I'm really excited for this one, if you complete all remix raids on Mythic, you'll unlock the Lightbound Regalia Ensemble. It's the last of the 4 Sargerei sets, and honestly, it's one of the most anticipated rewards in this phase. And I mean, that's fair enough. I think it's actually one of the best. All you need to do for this one is to just clear Antorus on Mythic, and assuming that you have cleared all the previous ones, it's pretty much yours. Okay, so what else is coming in Phase 4? Well, invasion points are making their big return. You'll start seeing them pop up all over the Argus map, both lesser and greater versions. These events have you filling up progress bars, completing objectives, and then finishing things off with a boss fight. Basically a commander. They are also tied to a bunch of new achievements where you'll need to take down different commanders and complete a set number of invasion points. They're not really tied to any amazing rewards from what I've seen so far, but you know what? They do grant infinite knowledge points and a nice chunk of bronze, so they are still worth doing. Now that's it for the new content coming with Phase 4, but that's not really all. There are also new items that are becoming available from the Infinite Bazaar vendors, and some of them are definitely worth checking out. Let's take a quick look around so you don't miss anything. You'll find new pets, toys, and mounts, so it's time to finally spend some of that bronze you've been saving. Though maybe hold on to a bit. Don't spend it all since player housing decor is coming soon, in the final 5th phase. Although, who am I kidding, you'll still earn a ton of bronze until then. Anyway, you have been warned, so do what you want. Oh, and there is something I forgot to mention last time. Apparently there is an exclusive toy just for demon hunters. It's called the Skull of Corruption, and it costs 100k bronze. You can only see it if you are on a Demon Hunter, so if you don't have one, just make a quick alt, send over some bronze and grab it. I think it still exists in retail, but it's actually a very rare drop from the secret phase of Gul'dan. But perhaps a lot of you never got it. Anywho, it's there if you want to get it. Furthermore, from the mount vendor, you can find new mounts native to Argus, a new color variant of the Argus mount drop. You'll see mana rays, talbooks, and several returning ones like the reputation mounts, boss mounts, etc. Definitely have a look-see here. Depending on how much you play during Legion, you might already have some of them, but there is still plenty that's brand new. It's a bit of a shame that they didn't include the Podnet tool, but hey, I mean, there's still a lot to get. What else? In this phase, you can finally now purchase all the Transmog ensembles. No more time getting stuff. The exclusive vendor in particular sells some Argus theme ensembles and even new heritage style sets for both Nightborn and Lightforged Renai. And oh boy, I'm so excited to see our favorite junkies and space goats finally getting some love. Next, the Torrent vendor also sells 11 new sets, and some of them really do stand out, like the Zealous Felslinger and World Defilers ensembles. So definitely check those vendors out. There is nothing new from the Dungeon vendor, but there is 2 more that actually have more things. The Clock vendor now sells 4 new clock ensembles, and in case you haven't seen him so far, because let's be honest, he's kind of hiding here, so Freddy Threads is behind the raid vendor tent. And speaking of that raid vendor, you can now get all the raid ensembles from Antorus. Even if you already have them on one character, it's worth buying again since you will unlock them for all the same armor classes. So pretty much don't think too much here, just grab them all. And these sets are really awesome. I was gonna say awesome, but then I saw Hunter and I'm like, no, okay. 11 of these class appearances are awesome. Sorry Hunters. Well, you've still got Sylvana's outfit. You will also unlock all the raid difficulty variants from LFR all the way up to Mythic. And last but not least, from the very same vendor, the final 2 raid weapon ensembles are becoming available. The Scythe of the Unmaker costing 30,000 bronze and 20 Cosmic Soul Sliver. This is a new currency that drops from Antorus raid on normal or higher, and specifically from the last boss. It unlocks both blue and red versions as a staff and polearm, so you end up getting 4 weapons. Then there is Taeshalach, also available for 30,000 bronze plus 20 Ever Flames of Hatred. These drop from Antorus again, specifically from Angramar on normal or higher. You'll get both one-handed and two-handed versions. At this point, let me make it clear, you cannot get these two currencies from LF4, but only on higher difficulties. The higher the difficulty, the more you'll get. And in fact, if you do it on Mythic, you'll just need 2 runs to buy them both. And that wraps up everything coming with Phase 4. The final phase arrives on December 9th and will include new catch-up systems, though we don't yet know exactly what those will be. What we do know is that Phase 5 is bringing in some fresh housing decor inspired by Legion. And yes, it's another round of FOMO. Blizzard has already previewed how this will roll out. So you'll get the first item from an achievement and then you can buy more from Domilius. I will drop a link below if you want to check out the prices, and what you can do until then is make sure your achievements are squared away. That way you can dive straight into the shopping spree once everything is out. And honestly, after all that relentless floor scrubbing, I say let this poor orc kick back and enjoy a well-earned break.
Work complete.
And that's all. What you are most excited to get in this phase, and what do you think about how the phases were spread out? Personally, I kinda like it. It doesn't feel overwhelming, but maybe you feel differently. So in that case, let's have a chat down in the comment section. As always, thank you so much for sticking around until the very end, and make sure to drop a like if you have found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe for more WoW coverage and hit the bell to stay up to date. Good luck with whatever you are doing, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!